Hey guys, it's Kaylee. So for today's video, I'm going to share or give a little tip of what I personally do when I start my detailed illustrations. So basically what I do is before I draw anything, I basically have this big sketchbook that I dedicate only to thumbnail sized images. Yeah, so this little thumbnail turned into this picture. I drew a second one in case I wanted a different angle or pose or whatever, but I decided to go back to my first sketch because that's what I liked. And as you can see, some are darker than others because if I like what I draw, it gets darker because I keep adding more and more details. Anyway, so I draw tiny little thumbnail sketches before I work on the main picture. It saves me a lot of time because I used to draw right on the expensive paper, and for example, I draw right on the expensive paper and say that I didn't like the pose. And I draw it at a big scale, so drawing the pose the first time, it'd take a long time, and I'd keep erasing it if I wasn't happy with it. And so the paper would eventually get ruined because eraser marks, and if I wasn't careful, the paper would randomly crinkle from the eraser. So that was a pain in the butt. So doing it this way, you could draw as many little tiny poses as you want, and it won't take so long, and yeah, that saves you time. Other reasons why I do this is because when I draw just directly on the paper like this, sometimes I'd draw too big, and I'd have to tape on another piece of paper to finish the drawing. Now, this isn't so bad if I do it digitally because I could just fix it on the computer. Well, I always draw first, and then I scan in my line art, and then color it and fix it up on the computer. But if I did this traditionally, I'd have to spend more time and retrace it on another piece of paper, a larger one, to fit the whole thing in. But doing it this way, I have the whole thing laid out, and I can make it as, big or small as I want. And after I decide how I want the picture to be, and the size and the cropping and whatnot, I take my projector. This is a tiny, inexpensive projector because it's so tiny, and it's just perfect to fit over my little thumbnail sketches. This is an Easy Tracer projector artograph. I got mine off of Amazon, like most of my products. I mean, the things I buy. But yeah, the projector helps position your drawing however you want it to be on the paper. So that's what I do. Helps me fit it to scale just nicely. And when I trace these tiny little drawings onto the big picture, for example, this is a work in progress. I draw really light onto the projected image because these tiny images, I do not draw the anatomy proportions correctly, so I have to go back and flesh it out a bit. And then, yeah. But yeah. The thumbnail sketches works great for detailed illustrations. Yeah, I don't use the projector on everything, like live streams and whatnot, and tiny little sketches for sketchbooks. But yeah, this method works very well for detailed, big illustrations. So if you haven't heard of that before, I'm sharing it with you now. I've had multiple people not know that I do this. And they thought it was fascinating, so I was like, maybe I should make a video. So I hope this was helpful, and yeah, that's all I have to say, so I'll talk to you guys later.